Deep space stretched endlessly, an ocean of black dotted with sparkling stars. Nebulas glowed in soft shades of blue and purple, while distant suns blinked like tiny lanterns in the vast darkness. In this infinite expanse, the galaxy's largest empires controlled entire star systems. Ships larger than cities floated in formation, their metal hulls shining under the light of nearby suns. These empires believed themselves unstoppable. They saw humans as weak, slow, and insignificant, a minor species not worth the effort of attention. On the edge of a war-torn sector, scouts from one of the great empires drifted silently. Their sensors scanned the empty stretches of space for any sign of human activity. Commander Velric of the Vornak Armada leaned back in his control chair, his clawed fingers tapping rhythmically on the console. "Humans?" he scoffed, his voice echoing through the bridge. "One human ship cannot even survive in this zone. They are nothing. Just one ship. Let it sink." Around him, officers nodded, their faces showing arrogance and certainty. The Empire's ships had crushed countless enemies before, planetary defenses, pirate fleets, even rebel colonies. Nothing had ever challenged them successfully. In their minds, humans would be no different. Then, unexpectedly, sensors flickered. A blip appeared at the far edge of the war zone. Commander Velric frowned, leaning forward. "What is that?" he muttered. His officers rushed to their stations, eyes wide. The blip grew larger, and suddenly, through the telescope view, a ship emerged from the darkness. It was golden, gleaming. Unlike any human ship they had ever seen, it shimmered as it reflected the faint light of distant stars. Its design was simple yet elegant, and it seemed to move with quiet confidence, as if it knew no one could challenge it. Velric's laughter echoed across the bridge. "A human ship? Alone? This is ridiculous. Fire all weapons. Let's end this quickly." But as the Empire's ships moved into attack formation, something unusual happened. The golden ship's engines glowed brighter, sending out a pulse of energy that rippled through space. Sensors aboard the Vornak cruisers went wild. Energy readings spiked far beyond anything they had seen from a human vessel. "Commander, the readings, they are massive," one officer stammered, her voice trembling. Velric's eyes narrowed. "Impossible. No human ship can hold such energy. Check again. Double check. Are the sensors malfunctioning?" But the energy readings were real. A low hum filled the air around the bridge, vibrating through the metal floors. The Golden Horizon, as the ship was quietly known among humans, seemed calm, almost deliberate. There was no panic, no haste. Just controlled power waiting to reveal itself. Inside the battleship, Captain Elias Hart stood on the bridge, his eyes scanning the view screens. He did not shout orders. He did not panic. Every motion was calm, precise. His crew worked in quiet synchronization, adjusting shields and monitoring alien fleet movements. "They don't know what they're facing," Captain Hart said softly, almost to himself. His voice carried authority, but it was calm, almost serene. He turned to his first officer, Mara. "Prepare the ship. Let them come. We will show them our truth." Mara nodded, her hands moving quickly across the control panel. The Golden Horizon's engines thrummed steadily. Its hull gleamed even brighter, reflecting the light of nearby stars like molten gold. The alien fleets began to approach, confident in their numbers, their superior firepower, and their belief in human weakness. They formed a wall of warships, shields glowing, weapons primed. The Vornak Armada's cannons charged, energy beams pulsating in rhythm. They had never encountered anything like this, yet arrogance blinded them. Velric gestured to fire. "Now, destroy it." But the Golden Horizon did not panic. It did not flee. It moved with careful grace, weaving through asteroid belts and debris fields, anticipating every attack. Its engines left trails of golden light, cutting across the darkness like a sword. Inside the alien fleet, officers began whispering in confusion. How is one ship dodging everything? Our weapons are precise. Nothing misses. Yet it moves faster than it should." Velric's face turned red with anger. "It's just one ship," he growled, trying to convince himself. "We are the Empire. One ship cannot survive against us. Focus. Target it again." But the Golden Horizon was ready. Every maneuver, every pulse of energy, was calculated to perfection. The humans were not just fighting to survive, they were sending a message. Outside, space seemed to hold its breath. Stars twinkled silently as if witnessing the impossible. One small human battleship, alone in a sea of enemies, was about to challenge the might of galactic empires. The Golden Horizon did not just carry weapons, it carried courage, ingenuity, and an unyielding will. And as the alien fleets moved closer, confident in their power, no one could yet see the truth. This single human ship would defy every expectation, shatter assumptions, and ignite a story the galaxy would never forget. The Golden Horizon glided silently through the darkness, its golden hull reflecting the faint light of distant stars. The human ship moved with calm precision, yet every alien sensor around it buzzed with confusion. Commander Velric of the Vornak Armada watched from his command bridge as his fleet attempted to surround the lone human vessel. "Target its engines. Fire everything," he barked, his voice sharp with anger. Energy cannons flared across space, sending beams of deadly light toward the golden ship. But the Golden Horizon did not panic. It did not flee. Its engines flared with a soft golden glow, and the ship slid effortlessly to the side, slipping between asteroid fields and debris clusters. Each alien shot missed by mere kilometers, as if the ship predicted the attacks before they happened. Inside the Golden Horizon, Captain Elias Hart stood steady. His eyes scanned the view screen, noting every movement of the alien fleet. "They think numbers can win," he said quietly. "But numbers alone will not defeat skill, strategy, and courage." His first officer, Mara, watched the approaching alien ships with concern. "Captain, they are stronger. Their fleet is massive. If we engage directly, we could be destroyed." Captain Hart shook his head calmly. "Not directly. We fight smart, not brute. Watch." The ship twisted through space, weaving between the alien vessels like a fish darting through rocks in a stream. Sensors flashed constantly, warning of nearby enemy fire, but the crew reacted with speed and precision. Every move seemed effortless, choreographed, and terrifyingly effective. One alien cruiser fired a concentrated energy beam, aiming to slice the human ship in two. The Golden Horizon veered sharply, using a small asteroid as a shield. The beam struck the rock, exploding into fragments that scattered in all directions. Alien officers stared in disbelief. "How is this possible?" an officer muttered. "One ship, dodging everything. It cannot be human technology." Velric's claws tightened around the command console. His pride burned with fury. "It is just one ship," he hissed, though doubt crept into his mind. "One ship cannot outsmart hundreds of our vessels. Focus. Target it again. Fire now." The Golden Horizon did not retreat. Instead, it used the asteroid field to its advantage, appearing and disappearing like a ghost. From the alien perspective, the human ship moved unpredictably, faster than any known propulsion system. It seemed as if the Golden Horizon was reading their minds. Inside the ship, Captain Hart smiled faintly. "Let them think they understand. They never will." Mara glanced at him, impressed and worried. "Captain, they are adapting. Their firepower is increasing. They are learning from our moves." Hart's gaze did not waver. "Good. Let them adapt. We are teaching them a lesson they will never forget." Suddenly, the Golden Horizon sent out a pulse of energy from a hidden system. It was subtle, almost invisible to the naked eye, but enough to scramble some of the alien fleet's targeting systems. Cannons misfired, shields flickered, and confusion rippled through their formation. Velric slammed his claws on the console in frustration. "Impossible. This is one ship. One. How can they interfere with our systems?" Across the fleet, whispers of fear and disbelief began to spread. Officers exchanged worried looks. Even the bravest among them could not deny the skill, precision, and power of the Golden Horizon. The human ship, small in size compared to the massive cruisers surrounding it, moved with a combination of intelligence and fearlessness that none could predict. Captain Hart stood on the bridge, calm and confident. "They underestimate us," he said softly. "And underestimating humans has always been their biggest mistake." The Golden Horizon turned, moving behind the largest alien cruiser. It was not an attack yet, just positioning, a test, a warning. Yet the aliens felt the weight of it. One simple human ship, small and seemingly fragile, was controlling the flow of the battle with skill and foresight. As the alien ships regrouped, trying to anticipate the next move, the human crew worked silently, adjusting shields, calibrating weapons, and planning their next action. Every step was measured. Every decision was precise. This was not desperation. It was calculated strategy, a single-minded focus on survival and triumph. For the first time, the alien fleet realized they were facing more than just a human vessel. They were facing intelligence, courage, and determination, qualities that no weapon could fully measure or destroy. And as the Golden Horizon glided through the chaos, slipping past alien fire and emerging unscathed, The vast emptiness of space seemed to hold its breath. The story of one human ship challenging an entire empire was just beginning, and the galaxy would never forget the first encounter with the Golden Horizon. The Golden Horizon moved like a phantom through the cold darkness of space. Its golden hull reflected distant stars, making it look both beautiful and deadly. The alien fleet, massive and confident, had regrouped. Commander Velric's pride burned hotter than ever. One ship, one human ship, had defied his armada. He would not allow it again. Fire everything. Surround it. Velric ordered, his voice sharp and commanding. No escape. Destroy the human ship. The alien cruisers surged forward, weapons charging. Energy beams glowed along their hulls, ready to tear the Golden Horizon apart. Their fleet moved like a living wall, closing in from all directions. Yet the human ship seemed calm, almost serene. Inside the Golden Horizon, Captain Elias Hart watched the approaching fleet on the viewscreens. He did not panic. His crew, trained for months, followed his silent commands with perfect coordination. Every hand knew its task, every eye followed the enemy's movements. Shields at 70%. Prepare for evasive maneuvers, Hart said quietly. Mara, his first officer, checked the weapon systems. Captain, they are closing fast. If we don't act now, we will be overwhelmed. Hart shook his head. No. We will not fight them head-on. We will fight smart. The alien fleet opened fire. Beams of concentrated energy cut through the darkness, streaking toward the Golden Horizon. The human ship twisted and turned, weaving through asteroid fields and debris clouds. Energy beams struck asteroids and exploded, sending showers of rocks into space. The aliens growled in frustration. Every attack missed, every calculation misfired. Impossible, one officer shouted. How is one ship dodging everything? Our weapons are precise. Hart leaned forward, calm and focused. Let them learn, he whispered. One mistake, one small miscalculation, and we will have the advantage. Using a hidden system, the Golden Horizon sent out pulses of energy that temporarily scrambled the alien targeting sensors. Cannons misfired, shields flickered, and confusion spread across the enemy fleet. Velric slammed his claws on the console. Adapt. Adjust your shields. Fire again, he roared. The Golden Horizon's crew remained unshaken. The ship moved behind one of the largest alien cruisers, appearing suddenly in its blind spot. Small, precise missiles launched from hidden bays struck the cruiser's engines. Flames erupted and alarms blared. The alien officers panicked, trying to regain control. Captain, Mara said, they are regrouping. They will attack harder. Hart smiled faintly. Let them come. They will show us their strength, and we will show them theirs is nothing against strategy and courage. The alien fleet advanced again, but the Golden Horizon was ready. Using debris fields, asteroid belts, and even the gravitational pull of a nearby star, the human ship moved unpredictably. Every alien weapon that fired either missed or hit harmlessly into space. The larger ships tried to coordinate attacks, but their size and slow response made them vulnerable. Then Hart made his move. The Golden Horizon's main weapon systems activated, hidden energy cannons charged with a brilliant golden light. They fired in precise arcs, striking weak points in the alien cruisers. Shields failed. Engines faltered. The aliens screamed in disbelief. One by one, ships were disabled, floating powerless in the void. Velric's face turned red with rage. Impossible. How can one ship do this? One human ship, destroying cruisers. Inside the Golden Horizon, the crew moved efficiently. Each strike was calculated. Each dodge was precise. This was not chaos, it was art. The human ship was a single unit, yet it moved like hundreds, each action perfectly synchronized with the others. As the battle raged, the Golden Horizon fired again, launching energy pulses that cut through alien formations. The alien fleet faltered, struggling to maintain control. Chaos replaced confidence. Fear replaced arrogance. They had never faced an opponent like this, and their overwhelming numbers meant nothing when confronted by such intelligence and skill. Hart's voice was calm over the bridge intercom. This is only the beginning. Remember, it is not the size of the fleet that matters, it is the courage and mind that fights within it. The human ship turned sharply, using a massive asteroid as cover. The largest alien ship followed, attempting to fire from behind its shields. But it was too slow. Golden Horizon's energy pulses struck with deadly accuracy, ripping through engines and weapon systems. The alien cruiser spun out of control, helpless. Space was silent again except for the hum of the Golden Horizon's engines. Only a few alien ships remained in formation, their confidence shattered. One human ship, a small golden battleship, had outsmarted and outmaneuvered an entire fleet. The galaxy had never seen such a thing. And as the golden horizon drifted away, leaving the damaged alien ships behind, Captain Hart's voice echoed softly through the bridge. They will remember this day. One human ship can change everything. The battle had ended, but the echoes of energy blasts and exploding cruisers still lingered in space. The golden horizon moved slowly, gliding through the debris of the shattered alien fleet. Its golden hull reflected the flickering light of damaged ships, a silent testament to the humans' victory. Captain Elias Hart stood on the bridge, calm yet focused, his eyes scanning the dark horizon. Mara, his first officer, looked at him with concern. "Captain, the fleet is broken, but more will come. The Empire will send reinforcements. They will hunt us relentlessly." Hart nodded. "I know. That is why we move now. We do not fight every battle. We survive, we prepare, and we strike when it matters most." The golden horizon changed course, heading toward a dense nebula known for its chaotic energy fields and hidden asteroid belts. Inside the swirling clouds, sensors were unreliable, and most large ships could not navigate quickly without risking destruction. The humans knew this territory better than any alien fleet. Their retreat was not a surrender, it was strategy. As the golden horizon entered the nebula, alien sensors struggled to track it. The fleet that had followed them slowed, some ships colliding with invisible rocks, others firing blindly into the mist. Commander Velric's voice crackled through the comms, full of rage. "Stop them. Do not let them escape. Adjust your shields, recalibrate targeting systems. One ship, just one, cannot outsmart us." But the humans were already gone from their sensors. Captain Hart watched the view screen, the nebula's colorful gases swirling around the ship. "Let them rage," he murmured. Anger clouds judgment. Inside the alien command halls, panic spread quickly. Reports from every sector came in. Humans were not only surviving but their tactics were unpredictable and precise. Other empires, long watching from a distance, began to hear the stories. Whispers spread in trading posts and spy networks. One human ship had destroyed an entire fleet. Some laughed at first, assuming exaggeration. Others frowned. They had underestimated humans before. On the golden horizon, the crew worked silently, repairing shields, checking weapon systems, and analyzing the alien technology they had briefly encountered. Every crew member knew that survival depended on preparation, not luck. Mara approached Hart. "Captain, the galaxy will be watching now. Other empires will hear about us. They may underestimate us like Velric, but eventually they will respond." Hart nodded slowly. "Let them come. Let them underestimate humans. That has always been their mistake. What matters now is that we are ready for what comes next." As the golden horizon slipped deeper into the nebula, communication channels with human colonies opened. Messages of hope and warning spread across human space. The humans knew their victory was small but symbolic, a signal that even a single ship, guided by intelligence and courage, could challenge empires that believed themselves invincible. In alien territories, Velric faced scrutiny from his superiors. Reports of the encounter reached high command and questions were asked. How could a single human ship survive against a fleet 10 times its size? How could humans possess technology and tactics so advanced? Across the galaxy, curiosity and fear began to mix. Human potential had been underestimated for too long. Stories of the golden horizon spread quietly at first, then louder, through merchant guilds, secret channels, and military intelligence reports. The galaxy's empires had thought humans weak, slow, and insignificant. One ship, the Golden Horizon, was already proving them wrong. Deep in the nebula, Captain Hart walked across the bridge, watching the sensors flicker. The Golden Horizon rested in the shadows, hidden yet powerful. He spoke softly, almost to himself. "Victory is not measured by every battle, but by the lessons learned. Today we survived. Tomorrow we will rise." Outside, the stars twinkled silently. The nebula's gases swirled like a cloak of invisibility around the human ship. Space seemed vast, but for the first time the Golden Horizon felt like the center of something larger. A story that would soon ripple across the galaxy. A story of courage, strategy, and the audacity of humanity. And as the alien fleet scrambled to find their lost prey, and whispers of the Golden Horizon spread through the Empire, one truth became clear: humans were not weak. They were unpredictable, daring, and ready to challenge anyone who dared underestimate them. The Golden Horizon, A single golden ship in a universe of empires had survived. And the galaxy would never be the same. The golden horizon drifted silently through the swirling gases of the nebula, its golden hull glowing faintly in the dim light of distant stars. Inside, the crew moved with calm precision, each hand trained for months of preparation. The first battles had been fought and the ship had survived. But the true strength of the golden horizon was yet to be revealed. Captain Elias Hart walked slowly across the bridge, eyes scanning the control panels and star maps. He stopped before a hidden console, unseen by ordinary sensors, and pressed a sequence of commands. A soft hum filled the room as systems long dormant awakened. Mara, his first officer, noticed the subtle change. "Captain, the energy levels are rising. The system is activating." Hart nodded. "It is time. They think we are just a single human ship. They think we fight only with speed and maneuver. They have no idea what we are capable of." From within the ship, hidden compartments opened silently. Experimental weapons, shield enhancers and energy amplifiers long kept secret now powered up, their golden glow reflecting across the bridge. The Golden Horizon was no ordinary human ship. It carried technology designed to challenge empires, to fight against odds that seemed impossible. Outside the nebula, alien scouts had detected the human ship. Velric's voice echoed through the comms, sharp with renewed anger. "Scan the area. Locate the human ship. We must destroy it before it escapes." But the Golden Horizon had already anticipated this. Captain Hart's fingers danced across the controls, activating cloaking systems and energy dampeners. The ship vanished from sensors, leaving only a faint golden shimmer in its wake. The aliens could not see it, could not track it, could not even guess what awaited them. Mara approached Hart, her eyes wide. "Captain, they will be coming in full force. They have entire fleets ready now. If they find us..." Hart placed a hand on her shoulder. "If they find us, they will see why humans have always been underestimated. We do not rely on size. We do not rely on numbers. We rely on courage, intelligence, and ingenuity." A low rumble filled the ship as the Golden Horizon powered up its main systems. Hidden energy arrays aligned perfectly, amplifying shield strength and weapon precision. It was not just technology, it was a reflection of human strategy, creativity, and audacity. Outside, the nebula shifted, clouds of gas glowing like molten fire under distant starlight. Sensors flickered as the Golden Horizon prepared to strike. Velric's fleet was approaching, confident in their numbers, expecting an easy kill. They had heard of the Golden Horizon, yes, but they had only glimpsed a fraction of its power. Hart activated the ship's experimental drive. The Golden Horizon moved with a speed and grace that seemed impossible, weaving through the nebula like a predator in shadow. Alien ships tried to lock on, but targeting systems failed. Some fired blindly, striking only asteroids or drifting debris. "Captain, they are confused. They cannot lock onto us," Mara reported, her voice tense but excited. Hart smiled. "Good. Let them learn. Knowledge and fear are powerful weapons." Hidden weapons fired in perfect sequences, invisible until their effects struck. Energy beams sliced through enemy shields, disabling smaller scouts before they could even report back. Alien cruisers floundered, their commanders shouting orders that the Golden Horizon had already predicted. "This is impossible," Velric growled, his claws trembling as he tried to make sense of the situation. "One human ship, how?" The Golden Horizon did not respond. It moved silently, a golden ghost in the nebula, preparing for the moment when it would reveal its full might. Hart looked across the bridge at his crew. "We are ready. The galaxy believes humans are weak. It is time to show them the truth." As the alien fleets approached, the hidden power of the Golden Horizon pulsed through the nebula. Shields glowed stronger than ever. Weapons aimed with perfect accuracy. Energy pulses from the ship began to interfere with enemy systems, slowing their movements and scrambling their communication networks. One ship after another faltered. The Golden Horizon was no longer just a human battleship. It was a symbol, a golden beacon of ingenuity, courage, and human determination. A single ship, small in size, had the power to challenge entire empires, not through sheer force, but through cleverness, preparation, and innovation. Captain Hart spoke quietly, almost to himself as he prepared for the next move. "They will never forget this day. One human ship has become a legend." And in the darkness of the nebula, hidden yet unstoppable, the Golden Horizon waited. The galaxy's empires would soon learn that humans were not just survivors. They were innovators, fighters and dreamers capable of defying even the greatest powers in the stars. The golden horizon glowed like molten gold in the darkness of the nebula, its engines humming with controlled power. Captain Elias Hart stood on the bridge, calm and focused, as he watched the alien fleets emerge from the outer edges of the nebula. The Vornak Armada, reinforced and larger than before, had gathered with a single goal: destroy the human battleship that had embarrassed them. Commander Velrick's voice boomed through comms, filled with rage. Locate the ship. Fire everything. Do not let it escape. The alien ships advanced, a wall of metal and energy. Energy cannons glowed brightly, shields flared, and missiles streaked toward the golden horizon. The humans remained composed, their calm contrasting sharply with the chaos of the approaching fleet. Hart's eyes scanned the battlefield. They rely on size and firepower. We rely on precision and strategy, he said quietly to Mara. Mara nodded, checking weapon systems. Captain, there are hundreds of ships. If we miscalculate... Hart cut her off, calm and confident. We will not miscalculate. Remember, strength is not in numbers, it is in courage, mind and teamwork. The golden horizon moved with deadly grace. Cloaked by the nebula's swirling gases, it struck first. Hidden energy cannons fired in precise arcs, striking the engines of two alien cruisers. Explosions rippled through their hulls as they lost control, spinning helplessly in space. Velrick roared in frustration. Impossible. One ship, one human ship, disabling cruisers like this. The golden horizon did not stop. Its hidden systems pulsed, sending waves of energy that interfered with alien targeting systems. Cannons misfired. Shields flickered. Communication channels scrambled. Confusion spread across the fleet. Hart activated the experimental drive. The golden horizon darted through asteroid belts and energy clouds, striking from unexpected angles. Missiles launched from hidden bays hit key points on the alien ships, tearing engines apart. The humans moved like shadows, appearing and disappearing in the chaos of battle. Mara gasped, watching the enemy fleet falter. Captain, they're panicking. Their formations are breaking. Hart smiled faintly. Good. Let them believe they are in control. Fear and confusion are our allies. The alien fleet regrouped, trying to counterattack. Velrick focused his largest ships on the golden horizon, unleashing a barrage of energy beams and missiles. For a moment it seemed overwhelming. The golden horizon's shields flared, absorbing the first waves, while evasive maneuvers kept the ship out of direct fire. Then Hart activated the ship's hidden weapon arrays. Energy beams glowed brightly, cutting through enemy shields with precision. The golden horizon struck multiple cruisers simultaneously, causing catastrophic damage. Fires erupted across their hulls. Some ships were disabled entirely. Chaos spread through the alien ranks. Captain, Mara said, urgency in her voice, they are closing in from all sides. More reinforcements are coming. Hart's eyes never left the battle. Let them come. We are ready. Every move, every strike, they will see the power of one human ship when it fights with skill and determination. The golden horizon twisted and turned with impossible speed, using the nebula's gravitational currents to enhance its movements. Alien ships tried to follow, but their size and slow reactions made them vulnerable. Hidden energy pulses struck their systems, disabling communications and weapons. One by one the alien cruisers faltered, unable to coordinate attacks. Velrick's face turned red with fury. They are impossible. One ship, one human ship, controlling the battle like this. The golden horizon fired again, unleashing a synchronized volley of energy beams, missiles and pulsed attacks. Alien ships exploded or spun helplessly, unable to respond effectively. The humans moved with perfect coordination, every crew member acting as one. Space seemed to tremble under the golden horizon's presence. A single ship had turned the tide of battle against hundreds. The alien fleets were in disarray, morale shattered, their confidence broken. Hart's voice echoed over the bridge. Let this be a lesson. Humans are not weak. Humans are not slow. Humans will fight and we will endure. As the smoke and debris of destroyed ships floated through the nebula, the golden horizon glided forward, unscathed and powerful. The galaxy had witnessed the impossible. One human ship, small but brilliant, had defied empires and survived. Velrick's fleet retreated, their arrogance replaced by fear and uncertainty. The golden horizon remained in the shadows, hidden yet dominant, a golden symbol of human ingenuity, courage and strategy. And as the last alien ships disappeared into the darkness, Captain Hart looked across the bridge at his crew. Today we proved that courage, intelligence, and determination can defeat even the strongest empires. Remember this day. We have changed the galaxy forever. The golden horizon floated silently through the nebula, ready for whatever came next. The human story had begun, and no empire would ever forget it. The golden horizon drifted silently through the nebula, its golden hull glowing softly as it navigated the swirling clouds of gas and scattered debris. The battle was over. The Vornak armada, once confident and arrogant, had been humbled. Ships that had survived the onslaught were retreating in disarray, their commanders shaken and uncertain. Inside the golden horizon, Captain Elias Hart stood on the bridge, calm but thoughtful. He watched the sensor screens showing the scattered alien fleet. Every explosion, every disabled ship had been a reminder. Humans were underestimated at their own risk. Mara, his first officer, approached him. "Captain, the battle is over. We did it. The fleet, they are retreating." Hart nodded slowly. "Yes, we survived. But this is only the beginning. The galaxy has seen what humans can do today, but they will need time to understand it fully." Outside, the nebulous gases swirled around the golden horizon like a cloak of gold, hiding the ship from prying eyes. But even hidden, the story of one human ship had already begun to spread across the stars. Alien scouts had reported the encounter. Rumors and whispers traveled faster than any fleet, reaching distant worlds and empires who had long underestimated humanity. Across the galaxy, discussions began in secret councils and high command rooms. Humans were no longer seen as weak. They were unpredictable, intelligent, and brave. One battleship had challenged an entire armada, and survived. One small act of courage had ignited doubt in the minds of the greatest powers in the galaxy. On the golden horizon, Hart addressed his crew. "Today we have shown that numbers and technology alone do not decide victory. Courage, intelligence, and unity can overcome even the greatest odds. Remember this lesson, it is the heart of humanity." The crew stood silently, inspired. They had witnessed something extraordinary. They had been part of a story that would echo across the galaxy for years to come. Mara spoke softly, a smile on her face. "Captain, do you think they will ever see us as equals?" Hart gazed at the stars beyond the nebula, his expression calm and determined. "They may never fully understand us, but they will respect us. And respect is the first step to recognition. Today we have not only survived, we have proven that humanity matters." The golden horizon slowly left the nebula, gliding into open space. Its golden glow cut through the darkness, a symbol of hope and defiance. As it moved forward, the stars seemed brighter, reflecting the promise of what humans could achieve when courage met ingenuity. In distant sectors, alien fleets debated what they had seen. Some dismissed it as a fluke. Others could not ignore the evidence. One human ship, alone and outnumbered, had outmaneuvered, outsmarted, and defeated an entire fleet. The galaxy would remember this day. Hart looked at his crew once more. "Our journey is far from over. The golden horizon has survived today, but there are more challenges ahead. More empires who will doubt us. More battles where courage will matter more than numbers. Remember this, humans are not weak. We fight with mind, with heart, and with unity. That is our strength." As the golden horizon disappeared into the infinite expanse of stars, it carried with it a story that would inspire generations. A story of bravery, of strategy, and of one small human ship that defied galactic empires. The galaxy had seen a new truth: humanity was not to be underestimated. One ship, one crew, one symbol of golden defiance had changed the course of history. And somewhere in the stars, Captain Hart and his crew smiled quietly, knowing that the human legacy had only just begun. The golden horizon sailed onward, a beacon of courage and hope, ready to face whatever the galaxy might throw at it next. The human story had been written in the stars, and it was a story of triumph, ingenuity, and the indomitable spirit of humanity.